I don't know. Hopefully my framing is equally as good, or this is just you looking really fantastic on camera and me looking impartial. Let's just jump into it.
Sure.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey, it's us, Noah and Petro.
Mm-hmm.
Team Fun, top level.
Your two dads. Of Team Fun.
It's your two dads. So we've been talking about, we have been talking about doing this for a while. So we're going to start trying to do a monthly update.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of give you guys an idea what's going on with the channel, something a little more personal without, Dance and Mike making references or, Patrick screaming or whatever other chaos that gets done.
Louis talking from off camera.
Constantly. Yeah. Or just without the special effects that anyone has to bring up that
true.
I will never do. So October was a lot of fun. We had a full Halloween horror themed thing going on.
So much theming, so many games.
So many games. It is actually, as we're filming, it is Halloween right now.
That is true.
Kids are roaming around Astoria, Queens in their costumes. We are old, so we spend time in here, which, kids, if you're listening, this is an important lesson. When you get older and Halloween falls on a weekday, you wait till the following day to buy your costumes because Spirit will have sales.
Candy will be on sale too because all the stores are going to want to get rid of their Halloween candy to make way for other holiday themed candy.
See, that's how old I am because I didn't think about the candy aspect.
Well, to be fair, I'm not going to actually do that because also when you get older, you'll feel like absolute garbage when you eat a fraction of the candy that you're going to eat tonight on Halloween. If you were a child.
You are cursed with the knowledge, but not blessed with the stomach.
It's the worst. What are you going to do?
So with Halloween done, with October done, we move into November. Mm-hmm. The time of year where we hole up, wear our sweaters, and stuff our gullets with food.
Can't wait.
It's going to be great. So we got a couple awesome videos. We've filmed a lot of them already, one of which, Troy, you weren't able to participate in, but we had a lot of fun. We are going to be doing an Overcooked 2 tournament. It's going to be 8 people going head to head in the versus mode. We do have 2 special guests during that time. You'll see them pop up next couple videos. My brother and his wife are going to be around for these videos. They're going to be partaking. You will see all the family resemblance. You can see how he grew tall and I grew wide.
In other directions.
He grew New York, I grew LA, is what happened.
That's right. Your body type's more of an urban sprawl, is the term I would use.
So that's coming up. That's going to be fun. We also have another Team Fun interview that'll be going up soon.
I was pointing at potential videos before, thinking that's what you're going to bring up and not your family. now there'll be video links for those interviews.
Yeah, once they're live.
Yeah.
But they will be there if you're watching this in the future. In which case, let us know how the election went.
Or don't.
So Team Fun interview, we're doing it with Megacat Studios, who you may have saw from our Team Fun Goes to a video game con. We talked to them briefly. We got a much longer, in-depth discussion about, their inspirations, the classic games they make, physical classic games. They actually, I know you saw the Wooden Log Jammers at the VGC,
which was awesome.
Their other game, they have special editions for each one. The other game, Little Medusa, has this great marbleized with a gold inlay style cartridge. Still,
like it was carved from a Greek column.
Kind of how it looks, yeah.
That's cool.
But still usable. Still works in the old Nintendo system. If you have yours lying around still. But it was fun. It was cool. So go ahead when that's live. We'll let you know. You'll be able to check that out over there.
This time for sure, it's going to be up there.
And you know what? Because something for you watching now, if you haven't checked it out yet, the interview with Sarang Biswas, who Mad Science Foundation.
Yeah, buddy.
Feast, which won most innovative at the IDGN during Gen Con. Hex Ed, got a lot of different games from the LARP spectrum to mainstream to indie RPGs.
Check it out if you haven't.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite interviews I've done. I loved all the interviews I've done, but really talking with him and getting his perspective as someone who came from UAE as a queer game developer and kind of dealing with that and what that means for representation. There's a lot of just really awesome stuff. Just listen to it in background like a podcast, if you will. It's absolutely fantastic.
Real.
But yeah, so that's kind of our November lined up. And then, we've alluded to these things in the past, but Team Fun was always intended to be kind of comedies, sketches, web series, that kind of stuff. We filmed some, we're writing others. So the Team Fun you know and love will change. It will adapt. It will evolve from the tiny metapod into the beautiful Butterfree. Did I say flea?
Yeah, that's okay.
Butterfree is...
he meant the correct Pokemon, and that's what counts.
Thanksgiving's coming, so I'm just thinking of butter in general. It was always meant to be. Yeah, and I think beyond that, because it's the first one, hopefully this is something we can answer questions, respond to comments, things like that. So throughout not just this video, but all the videos, if you want to send a message our way, something we can address here, Trek Adam 30, I'm looking at you. You have been beyond good at recommending games that we've not played yet, but we will. But I mean, we appreciate that. And we appreciate everyone watching. So please comment, let us know what questions you have, and not even about the channel, about games, about our lives, about Louis' mustache, about what that song Grace was singing during the upcoming Flip Tales game coming up over there soon.
Please tell us what that was.
Because I was there and I couldn't
talk about how authentic my Creole accent was during that same game.
Right. It's a chance for us to talk with you guys. So as far as the discussion thing, Tro, before we started rolling, I asked you, I feel like there's been some really awesome news and stuff kind of that's come out. What big things in October in gaming have grabbed you?
Well, let's see. I mean, because I had to buy it a third time, I bought Dark Souls on Switch. Dark Souls is a series I've been obsessed with for many years now, and like nobody else on the internet.
No.
And
this small obscure game, maybe.
I don't know if you're familiar with it or having games compared to it. But it's still a lot of fun. It's super cool to take on the go. I don't even really care that the graphics aren't as good as the other remastered versions, because Dark Souls is always kind of janky and like it kind of makes the experience more authentic. What
were the other two you bought it for?
I bought it for Xbox 360 a few years back, and then I bought the version on PC that you had to that was so poorly optimized you had to download a patch for it to get it to run properly on most computers, including my poor, not at all suited for gaming rig. So, but yeah, I have logged an embarrassing amount of hours into that. I really hope they come out with, at the very least, Dark Souls 2, because that is a game that is the polar opposite in terms of optimization. It was like even my like shitty PC could run it at like 60 frames per second because they did such a fantastic job with the port. So it's definitely suitable for Switch, and I'd love to see it. From Software, Bandai Namco, if you're watching. And I know you're one of our 174 subscribers.
Right. We'll have Japanese subtitles for Bandai
exactly.
Namco.
Yeah, you'll be good. But yeah, so I've been playing that. And then I also, at the end of last month, Dragon Ball FighterZ came out, which is a game that my brother is also very into. Rick, if you're watching, shout out to you. I hope we've played a bunch of games together since then, since we're trying to sync that up right now. And I bought the Hori D-pad controller, not an ad, but has actually been really cool for handheld play. And the issue that they faced when it first came out in Japan, where it was draining the Switch battery while in sleep mode, has been fixed.
Oh, really?
So,
okay.
So I tested it out when I first got it just to make sure, because I don't know if I would have wanted to keep it then. But having a real D-pad feels good for 2D games. Made my playthrough of Hollow Knight, which I also played a lot of this month. Feel a little smoother. And
my big strategy for gaming at the moment is to just play Stardew Valley, because that's so addictive and never really ends.
I've deliberately not purchased it because I had a feeling I might get sucked into like that black hole.
But it saved me so much money. It's been fantastic. 'Cause now I haven't bought a game in a while because like you know, a lot of the games I have gotten have been for the multiplayer stuff for the channel. I haven't got like a single player game in a while, and it's kind of been good. Like it's kind of kept me from like, because it's very easy to fall in that trap of like, oh, here's the AAA title for single player I want to do, but I'll put that in the wings when I need that later. It's the Steam store issue where I could see myself running into that.
Yeah, that's how I used to consume all of my indies, or buy a game for cheap that then my stupid computer could not run. So I have a Steam library that is partially unplayable, and it's a little embarrassing. We
would love that to you. Like Steam is one of those things I want to get into on the channel because there's a couple games there that I can't get. We don't. I mean, spoiler alert. You know, we're not sponsored by big companies, so we have what's at our disposal. And I've got the Xbox One here. I've got the Switch here, but beyond that, that's really it.
Yeah.
No PS4. So there's some games like Gang Beasts, which I know was Steam originally and is for PS4, but not for anything else. Has always looked like fun. I want that on the channel.
That might be a Black Friday purchase for me. We'll see. I'll add to the still crazy PS4 sales that are happening. Did you read articles about that?
No.
Like PS4 is still selling a lot, and like I don't understand. I feel like at a certain point, everyone in the world must have one. But
have they subsidized it because they've released like are they going to release other versions? We've talked a little bit about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that. But honestly, when it comes to exclusives, like that's kind of the one I want. Here's a spoiler alert. I'm like a boring old man and like don't have like a ton of. I'm like one of those people who nodded along to all those articles that came out when the Switch came out of being like, I'm older and don't have time for games, and like rediscovering that with the Switch because I can play on the couch while my wife watches something that she wants to watch on TV. So it's proven very beneficial for that, but I do plan to get a PS4 soon. It's like one of those things where I just know I'm not going to have time to play half the games I want to play. Like I want to go back and play God of War. I want to check out Spider-Man. I want to, you know, a lot of that stuff. I never played through Bloodborne. What kind of Dark Souls fan am I am? Outside of at Dance and Mike's Bachelor Party where you all watched WrestleMania and I played most of Bloodborne. And so like I have a lot of catch up to do, but you know, it's also just when am I gonna have the time? And Switch has made that time. I will say that. Like,
that's been good.
I hope Nintendo makes a more powerful one because there are a lot of games I would still like to play on it that I know it can't run right now. Right?
Yeah. I don't even think I got halfway through that. I think I got a little less. But a light just went off, which is hold on a sec. Yeah, I think I just pressed a button. Yep, that was
studio
me.
magic.
That was me. All the gadgets, all the toys, all the love for you, the viewer. You know, we are a small but mighty team together.
Indeed.
And we appreciate everybody watching, checking things out. Continue to check us out. You know, we're doing Tabletop Tuesday, Digital Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Upcoming interviews are November Overcooked, October Overcooked. That's what was messing me up. Overcooked tournament, Turkey Day.
Yes. Watch it while you're slowly nodding off to sleep from all the wine and turkey you ingested. Like I will be.
God, I'm so excited.
Yes, me
That's
too.
gonna be good. But until then, guys, you know, if you haven't, if you're discovering us for the first time, we play games that are played together.
Exactly.
Subscribe, check us out, like this video, look at our library. You know, you want to see if a game's worth buying, you can watch a review, or you can watch it actually played. Yeah. Which is what we do.
Watch us have fun.
So yeah.
It's in the name.
It is in the name. And with that, we bid you adieu.